What's up? Hope everyone's doing well. I guess my last video stirred up a few people on YouTube and on Facebook, and the video got a lot of shares, a lot of views, a lot of good comments, a lot of great discussions, positive feedback, negative feedback, all that stuff. And that video was all about the Karambit and whether it was a worthy carry tool or not. And it flustered quite a few people, and it was great because we had comments and discussions on both sides of the spectrum. Of course, when I do videos like that, that's supposed to be stirring thought. All right, that's that type of video. That's its job, is to stir different types of thoughts and and see how you respond, whether it's emotionally or logically or maybe a combination of both. All right, the first thing is, before I get into my where my mindset is on the Karambit being an everyday carry, because you probably already know that if you've seen that video. The first thing is that opinion is, whatever my experience is, that should not necessarily influence what your decision of that tool. All right, do not let other people's lives influence your own. It is good thought provoking, right? It's great to ponder on it, but that video is not there to deter anybody from carrying a Karambit if that's what you prefer to carry. All right, we tested it in a different setting. All right, we tested it in a fighting setting. People will say, "Oh, it's not for dueling. It's not blah blah." Correct. Correct. The Karambit is not designed for dueling. Nobody argued that with that part of the argument. All right, so I'm going to kind of get into it now. Every single comment, whether it was agreeing with me that the Karambit is not a good choice for everyday carry over a straight blade, and everybody that disagreed with me or defended the Karambit, out of hundreds of people that responded to that video on YouTube and on Facebook, because I got tagged in so many different comments and everything, so I read everything. The one thing, on whichever side of the spectrum you were on, everybody agreed that the Karambit is not a dueling weapon. That it is best used in extreme close quarters under certain conditions, and where you can kind of be more sneaky with it. I agree. That is the best spot for the Karambit. However, once again, both sides of the spectrum both reiterated my point in the last video. That then again, if it is so limited to the possibilities of the conditions that could occur of an everyday life, then it would not be a good everyday carry. What's happening, Wolfman? Good morning. All right, because a straight blade can function at long range. It could also function as a deterrent to stop somebody from progressing their attack. It can also be used at close quarters, and it could also be a sneak attack, feel it before you see it tool. So it is far more versatile than what the Karambit can do. And nobody argued that, right? Good morning from the United Kingdom. Awesome. I like seeing people from all over the world, man. It always gets me excited that we can like train together and have discussions together and hang out together with the technology nowadays, man, from like everywhere in the world. It always gets me excited to see people from other areas of the world pop on these lives and stuff. It's awesome. All right, so but that's the thing, is that nobody was able to dispute anything that I was saying. Now I had people saying, "Yeah, but man, it all depends on where you on your that's so limited testing because you guys are knife dueling and the Karambit's not designed for that." Correct. It's limited testing. And it failed that test. I mean, flat out, every single person that watched that video, that actually watched it all the way through, nobody denied that the Karambit failed that test. Tom is a really good collie practitioner. And people are like, whoa, dude, man, they're not gonna, people with knives don't attack you that way. Yeah, they do. It's fierce. Tom is going to control range. He's going to dominate the timing. He's going to break the timing, and that's how he's going to attack you. He's going to attack you in a way that is smart enough to keep him as safe as possible and do as much damage to you. The common knife attacker may not have training with footwork and all that. There's emotions involved, okay? And sure, it might be a brutal, up, close quarter, ambush style of attack. Well, let's see. Most likely, no matter what weapon you carry, if you are being attacked by a knife, ambushed, you're not gonna get your straight blade out, you're not gonna get your Karambit out, you're not gonna get your firearm out. You're not getting anything out. If somebody is already hell-bent on basically executing you, assassinating you, and they're gonna ambush you and you lack the awareness of that attack or the potential of, you're gonna be empty hands anyways against that weapon. Because the statistics of a knife attack is 0 to 8 feet. Have you done the training? Have you done the testing of how long it takes somebody to sprint the distance of 0 to 8 feet versus how long it takes somebody on average to draw any knife? Have you done that training? Have you tested it? We have. And the vast majority of people I can tell that are making comments did not do the training. They're not doing that kind of training. They're not actually out there testing. I mean, I'll just flat out and say it. There's a lot of gurus out there that have great videos, awesome videos. I'm guilty of it. I put out all kinds of videos and stuff because I want you guys to explore and have fun with the training. But on the other side of the spectrum, some people are training, or the bottom line of the training is for self-preservation. Why would you get into a martial art like Kali, or any martial art that deals with weapons, or get into firearms not with a thought of self-preservation, right? Which weapon would you say is best for EDC? In today's terms, a straight knife and a firearm, a compact pistol, right? That's gonna be your best. And then a shitload of awareness. Those are your 3 best weapons. Your brain, number 1, right? A knife, a straight knife, and a firearm, a compact pistol, right? And all these have to be things that you train with all the time and that you can handle and that you have confidence that you can handle with authority. Those are your best. Those are your best. If you live in an area where you cannot carry a firearm, you cannot carry a knife, you still have your brain. And then you got to do the next best thing. If I was living in the UK, I'd have a big ass motherfucking pen that I can have. All right? I'd be carrying a pen that doesn't even fit in my pocket. I would have an 8-inch long pen. I would design a new pen, 8-inch long with a reinforced tip. And that's what it would be. I would just get smart about it. All right? I mean, you have to use your brain. That's why the brain is the number 1 best weapon for self-preservation to carry. And that's huge. Because the deal is, when it comes to life situations, I don't know how many of you live in a violent area or experience violence or have witnessed violence, the aftermath of violence or the actual act of violence. But when you live long enough in the Chicagoland area and you're a punk skateboarder growing up and you're going to places like Inglewood, you're going to places like Humboldt Park, you're going to places that are not the best areas to skateboard, you're going to see shit. And you're probably eventually, long enough, you're going to experience things. So it makes you a little bit smarter. And I'm not putting down anybody that has not experienced or witnessed violence in their life. Like violence. I'm not talking about like a high school playground fight where, you know, people punch each other, maybe there's a bloody nose or a black and blue eye. I'm talking about real violence. Like, I mean, there's people out here that literally, I mean, I remember, you know, 10, 15 years ago, a homeless dude was burned on a bench while he was sleeping here in Chicago. Like, these types of things happen here. You know, I mean, just a couple of months ago, there's a dude literally right down the street at the Menards, 7 o'clock in the morning, shot to death in the parking lot of Menards. You don't hear about this stuff on the news. You're not gonna hear about this stuff on the news. You know, and there's so much of this type of stuff going on. I mean, a girl of my age that went to Schaumburg High School, another high school in the district that I went to high school at, just a couple months ago was strangled to death by her neighbor in her own apartment. And this is the type of violence that happens all the time, over and over and over. And my point is, you don't get to choose the violence. You don't get to choose how this person's going to attack you. You don't get to choose that if you exchange words with someone, if they decide to pull a knife out on you. And now, according to what everybody agreed on, that the Karambit is not a dueling weapon. Now I also have people saying, well, I carry a Karambit and a straight knife depending on the situation. But your brain's not going to be able to process that. When you see real violence in front of you, and there's real aggression, you're not going to be able to have the time to decipher which blade to pull. Just pull a blade that can adapt to whichever situation. That's the point. Because you don't know. You have no clue what you're actually going to be up against. You don't know how many opponents you're going to be up against. You don't know what kind of weapons and environmental conditions and all that you're going to have to deal with. And even though people are saying that, gurus out there, teachers out there are saying that, they're not actually expressing that really. Right? It is always easy to make the conditions of your training or whatever to be successful or to fail or to whatever. That's easy to do. Very easy. It's always easy to make something look good. It's easy to make something not look good. People do not have weapons on them 24 hours a day. You don't. And then the whole thing about the advantages and disadvantages of a curved blade. There is none. The advantage of having a small Karambit is that it's more concealable. The Karambit, small Karambits were designed for assassination, not for self-defense. They were designed for women to be able to hide in their hair, and they would be basically acting as prostitutes. And then that's how they would kill people. They would assassinate people. Like, that's the whole point of it, is the concealability with it. That's why it's got the design. That is the only advantage that you have with it. But as far as anything else, train with it. Like, go all out, train. And in your training, you have to spend the time fighting and sparring, whatever situation, whatever scenarios, everything that you can think of. Everything. Now, with all that said, if you prefer to carry a Karambit, no matter what, then carry it. Carry it. Right? Like, don't follow my words blindly. Okay? And any other teacher that you watch on YouTube with that you like, that you connect with, maybe you like how they present stuff, maybe you don't like how I present stuff. I was reading comments, oh man, that guy presented everything so badly. I did not like his presentation, so I didn't finish the video. Ignorance, the simple life, right? Yeah. What are you so afraid of that you can't finish the video with somebody presenting something you don't like? Because if somebody is going to actually ambush you and attack you with a knife, you're probably not going to like them, and you're not going to like their presentation, but you're going to have to deal with it. Weakness. This is what I'm talking about. If you didn't see my other video, my meditation that I put up recently, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The fear and the weakness. People can't, I didn't finish the video, I didn't like his presentation. Dude, you're soft. Like, just deal with it. Like, you're not gonna protect yourself because you can't even deal with a video, let alone you think you're gonna deal with real life violence. And a knife, nonetheless. I mean, it's crazy. Like when I see that, when I hear a lot of these comments, reading comments on these threads on Facebook, I'm like, clearly none of these people are educated. Clearly none of these people actually ever trained with a knife before. You know, and yes, the people that carry knives, the people that are blade interests, enthusiasts and all that, and train with the blades, we're fucking weirdos. We're absolutely insane. Yes. Because we're so still stuck to the roots of where we came from. It's the oldest weapon in the world besides a stick and a rock. Right? Start sharpening up a stick, start sharpening a rock. What do you have? An edged weapon. Right? But that's what happens. That's what happens. And then, but the thing is, nobody disagreed with me that the Karambit was useless at the range that we tested it at. And if you think that you're gonna be able to use the Karambit in a sneaky way after somebody is attacking you 0 to 8 feet with a knife, it ain't gonna happen, dude. I guarantee, if you don't have the awareness of range, you don't have the footwork, you don't have the awareness of timing, you don't understand tactical positioning, if you don't understand those things, you're not getting to your Karambit or your straight blade or your firearm anyways. It's just simply not gonna happen. Hopefully I don't lose connection. Sometimes I lose connection when I'm in here. So my mindset, if you're going to have an everyday carry, that it should be able to be versatile enough to adapt to whatever given situation you're in. Whichever. And the knife, a straight knife, is far more adaptable. Far more adaptable. But that shouldn't deter you. If you like the Karambit, if you like the way it looks, and that's why you want to carry it, carry it. If you feel comfortable with it in your hands, then carry it. If you like the way it makes you feel, then carry it. You know, I mean, if there's an altercation, I hope you have a Karambit on you instead of a 8-inch combat Bowie knife. I hope you chose the Karambit that day. Because whatever weapon you chose on that day, that once you walk out the door, dude, that's what you got. That's what you have on you. And God forbid, if violence was to strike you that day, any opponent in any terrain, under any conditions, I really hope that you are in the position, the proper position, that you can use it to your advantage. And that you're not gonna sit there and deploy your Karambit at long range against a knife or whatever else, and then be like, fuck, I picked the wrong tool today. All right? Because that's what I'm saying. So the whole thing with the video was, this is my conclusion. And the whole thing was, go out there and do the training. Just go train. All right? Learn the feeder drills. Learn the who-bud flow drills so you develop some handling skills. And then in your training, fight. Just fight with it. Just spar with it. Take the rules out. Spar long range. Attack randomly into close quarters with sewing machines and everything that you want to do. Ambush each other. Like, fight multiple opponents. Just, that's the training. The feeder drills. It's like, dude, you don't go to the range and shoot paper with a firearm and expect that's fighting with a firearm. You're learning basic firearm operation and handling skills. And when you're doing feeder drills and you're doing who-bud flow drills and sombrata drills and that type of stuff and numerata drills, You're learning basic handling skills, basic operation skills with the weapon. But where's the drills that are actually applying strategy, applying tactics, forcing the technical precision, right? Demanding the attributes to be performed at their highest ability. Like, you gotta have training to do that. And it's very easy to keep the training safe all the time. And make everything emotionally safe and make it all work. This is what, you know, the Dog Brothers are doing great with. This is why I say boxers are the best strikers in the world. Like, you're not gonna outstrike a boxer, a good boxer, even maybe Thai boxers too. These guys do the drills, they do the focus mitt drills, they train on the heavy bag, and then they get in the ring and they spar, and they flow, and they fight. They get hit, they learn from it, they move on, and they continue, and they improve their skills. Right? And then they go back and they do all the maintenance work. Right? And that's what they do. And that's why they get so good, and that's why they're the best strikers in the world. Right? You're not gonna get better grapplers in the world than Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You're not gonna get people that can slam you and take you down harder than a judo national champion. Like, it's not gonna happen. They don't put you on the floor. Judo fighters don't put you on the floor. They put you through the floor. All right, so if you think you're gonna get back up from one of their actual throws, you're not. You're probably gonna have a bunch of broken ribs, number one. All right, because that's how they fight. That's what they do. All right? So you have to build the skills. You gotta know what you're actually gonna be up against. All right? So there's just a lot of that stuff to take into consideration. A lot of stuff. Let's see if I go back and look at some of these comments. The good ones and the bad ones. I know this is a touchy subject because a lot of people I respect and stuff put up Karambit videos and everybody has gone fancy of them. Absolutely agree. You got it, man. Good morning from Canada. Would you have your Eskrima as an EDC? An Eskrima stick? No. I would not have a stick as an everyday carry. Maybe when I'm older and maybe if I have to walk with a cane or something, that might change. I'd probably have a blade, a straight blade hidden in that cane or maybe something. I don't know, but no, man. I mean, you want either an edged weapon or you want a projectile weapon, and or both. Because the further you get away from edged weapons, the more you have to apply in a real situation to stop somebody and put them down. No, I wouldn't want to carry a stick with me all the time. That's not gonna do enough. The stick is a training implement for the blade. If you're training indigenous Kali, then you know that the stick is just like a soft blade. You know, people train with soft sticks, foam sticks. We don't train with soft sticks, with foam sticks at our school. We train with rattan. That's our soft stick. All right? And we teach you through the rattan how to handle a real live blade. All right? And then we teach you how to, when you're advanced enough, then we teach you how to actually train with a real live blade. Because it's a different psychology transferring moving with a stick to moving with a live blade, even if it is a bolo. It's completely different. Let's see, what else we got? What do I think the Karambit is actually for? It's designed for assassination. All right, that's what it's for. Now, in the past, in the ancient times, maybe there were larger Karambits and there were self-defense tools on the battlefield. But we're not in the ancient times anymore, dude. This is going to be 2019, man. Stop comparing today with ancient times. Don't talk about my Karambit. That hurts my feelings. Will, man, you're always fun. It's just a cool looking weapon, but a simple knife will do more work in any situation. Shoot, I cut more boxes open with my knife than my Karambit. Yeah, and if you carry a Karambit with you every single day and you have a job that you're going to be cutting boxes open, then you'll cut more open with the Karambit. It's what you have on you. How you doing? Right on as always. What weapons would you say is best for everyday carry? Number 1, your brain. Number 2, a straight knife. Number 3, a compact firearm, compact pistol. Because it's fun to train. Yes, the Karambit is fun to train. And it's good to understand it, because people think that the Karambit is different than a knife, and it's not. It's the same thing. It's just another style knife. That's all a Karambit is. It's just another style of a knife. If you use the Karambit and you cut somebody open and you have to go to court, they're gonna say you used a knife. They're not gonna say you used a Karambit. Most politicians don't see a Karambit as anything more special than a knife. And let's face the fact, you have the same exact mechanics with a Karambit as you do with a knife, okay? You're going to strike on a diagonal, horizontal, and vertical angles. You're going to slash, thrust, and jab, and you can either go fluid, broken, or circular. It is a small tool that you're gonna use the same way. If you're in close quarters, you're gonna have to either cut the hand the same as you would with a knife. You're gonna have to tap the arm with your form the same you would do with a straight knife. And you're gonna follow up and do all that stuff exactly the same as you would with a straight knife. The operation is the same. Therefore, it is in the exact same Kali category. Maybe you train Sea-Lot, you can say whatever you want about it, I don't know. But as far as Kali goes, all right, it is the exact same category as the knife. You got 2 Karambits, it is double knife. Doble daga, it is the same category. The same body mechanic manipulations. Whether you're slashing or thrusting, it's all the same. All the same. All right, it's just another design. It's like having a hawk build knife, still a knife. It's still a knife, all right? And I know that there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, the Karambit is different. Dude, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't let the marketing gimmicks get you, man. Don't let that stir up your emotions. That's the point of marketing, is to get you to emotionally connect with somebody, with something, an idea, or a person. That's why we create branding. That's why there's marketing, business 101. Karambit is a special deadly weapon. Dude, I even put up videos like that, because it is a deadly weapon. Any slim, sharp piece of metal is going to be a deadly weapon when it's used in that manner. Of course, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a piece of glass. Come on. All right, what else we got here? We got all kinds of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Let me try to catch up where I was. Oh, here we go. H&K, USP compact is good. How you doing, man? What's up? What's happening, Derek Owen? Good to see you on here. I'm a newbie. What is a Karambit? Go watch my previous video. You'll learn really quick what a Karambit is. Is a curved blade. He should use CS. Go Karambit. Ah, okay, cool. Message me, Roberto. It's Eagle Claw. You blocked me, bro. A compact knife with a 4-inch curved blade with 2 edges. Sure, but here in the Chicagoland area, I can't legally carry a double-edged knife. If I use that to protect my life, all right, I'm getting 10 to 25 years. You can't use an illegal weapon to protect your life with anywhere in the United States. So you have to take that into consideration, all right? If you want to be a criminal in your everyday carry, that's totally your choice. That's completely your freedom in this country to do that. I choose not to do that. I choose to try to be as much of a law-abiding citizen as I possibly can, because I train for the goodness of my community, not to be a criminal in my community. So, whatever. I mean, all the sneak attacks, Karambit's good for sneak attacks and all that stuff. Yeah, if you want to be murdering people in cold blood, then that's great. But if you're watching YouTube videos and my videos, you probably are not an assassin. I don't think that assassins in the world are hanging out on YouTube. I don't think so. Probably not. I think they got other priorities on mind. My question here is, My question, where is he going now? It's nice out there. Dude, it don't matter where you're going, man. I'm roaming around planet Earth. That was a waste of time on a comment. You could have had a better comment than that. That's bullshit. That's like people that say they have a firearm on them 24/7, 36/5 a year. What's that? Having a knife on you? No, dude. But you cannot transfer a firearm into a pen. The knife skills, now whether it's a straight knife or a karambit, those skills do transfer over to if you had a pen. And you can have a pen on you everywhere you go in the world. Okay, so yeah, you can have something on you 24 hours a day. Yes. I love going on hikes. Would you consider using a staff as a hiking stick in case an attack encounters? I would use a staff as a walking stick. I mean, maybe if an attack encounters, but I'd rather still have a blade. I mean, or a firearm. Like when I'm hiking around West Virginia, you have to have a firearm on you because there's bear and there's other things out there besides people, you know, and maybe you need it to try to deter a bear, right? Like there's, you know, the man versus nature fight also that occurs when you're hiking around, especially in certain areas. So, I mean, you know, just kind of, that's why I said the best self-defense weapon is your brain. Let's see here. Any training is better than no training. Sure, but there's other training that's better than other training, right? Like, why would you want any training when you can just go out there and go get like the best training for you? You know, go get with the teachers that are really going to help you develop real skill. You know, that maybe have some experience or what, and go do that. Like, I've been cut by knives, dude. I got scars. Come train with me over at ITC. I'll show you. I mean, if we gotta have like a, you know, a show and tell. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, other than that, yes. I mean, any training is technically better than no training. But it's like when I was training with Vunak, you know, one of the best things he ever said that I took away from him is that there's 100 ways to do something, right? There's one best way, there's one worst way, and then there's 98 different ways. Like, just go get the best way. Spend the money, man. Take the time. Go get the best way. For you, whatever you think is the best way. The people who don't train always have all the answers. Yeah, that's true. I've always liked sticks because you usually can find a stick anywhere. Yeah, but see these sticks laying around on the ground that are all dead wood and dry, you're not going to fight with that, dude. Maybe. I mean, you could possibly, you know, probably break when you hit them, and then you could maybe jam it in their eye if you get good position. But, I mean, these aren't fighting sticks, though. These are what we call field expedient weapons. It's great to be weird. I believe that. Don't be normal. Don't be average. You want to be an average person? Nobody watches Jason Bourne to be the dude that got killed in the movie. No one wants to be the average guy that died in the movie, right? Come on. Don't be average. Be weird, man. I must say I was a Karambit carrier until I started the KCU Cycle 3 knife stuff. Now it's a Spyderco, but I still like to train with the Karambit. Yeah, dude, still train with the Karambit. Like, that's what I'm always preaching here on Collie Center, dude. Have fun with your training. Don't take everything so seriously all the time because you don't learn when you're in this, like, serious mood all the time, dude. You got to have fun and explore and just whatever. And then try different knives. Like, don't carry a Spyderco just because you saw a video of me or someone else carrying a Spyderco. Like, go experiment with different knives and go find what you like. Maybe you like the wave feature. I don't. I've seen it fail too many times under pressure. But maybe you do. Use it. Get one with the wave feature. Maybe you like assisted, you know, openers and springs and all that. I don't know. Maybe you like a volley song. I don't know. Got to play with them all, you know, play with them all. At the end of the day, the Karambit is an interesting weapon. It is. It is an interesting weapon. What are you doing? I'm live. If that question is supposed to be to me, I'm on YouTube talking to you. Pretty obvious, right? What are you doing? That's a dumb question. That's brain dead right there. That's a brain dead question. As you train, the spirit of the thing will reveal itself to you. Yeah, that's true. If it has one. I don't believe that the sword has a spirit. I think it's a piece of steel that we forged. There's energy maybe in it. Maybe the forger put some energy in it. I don't know, man. You can, I don't want to say people are wrong on that. He trains more than you. Weren't the Gurkhas practitioners of the curved blade? Dude, I have a curved blade. The Gununting is a curved blade. I got one in my bag right now. See, but it's a different type of curved blade. It's not this little. It's not that tiny, dude. A kukri is a machete. It's not a knife. It's a completely different category. But yeah. Do not feed the fears. Ambush everyone. Multiple opponents. Knife in my hair. Got it. Thanks, Paul. I'll be back. Paul, you're awesome. Great. Greetings from Mexico. Nice. I like seeing that. Don't let things worry you so much. Thai boxing. Good morning, man. What's happening, Morgan? We talking about new weapons. Fixed knives or folder, which is best? Fixed is always going to be best. It is a faster draw, except for, again, you got to look at the laws in your local area. I'm not going to carry a fixed blade when I'm downtown Chicago. Not going to do that. All right? Because part of the law isn't always what knife you can carry. Even if you are in the legal ramifications of the knife, it then also comes down to intent of carry. So, nowadays in 2019, when you're in a city kind of area, if you're carrying a knife for utility, you don't really want to draw a whole lot of attention to it, so you're probably going to be carrying a folder knife. If someone came into a court and I was on the jury and stuff and they used a fixed blade, I'd be like, what was your intent to really carry that knife? Was it to open boxes? Really? And then we're going to look into your background. Hey, you trained with Paul Ingram in Kali Center and knife fighting and all of that. And we saw that live video where you said that the best knife to carry for self-defense would be a fixed blade over a folder. Dude, they're going to rip your ass apart in the courtroom, dude. Like, you got it. That's what I'm saying, dude. The best self-preservation tool is your brain. That's the best weapon. Think, guys. Think. Would you use keys as weapons if you get attacked? No. Just go empty-handed at that point. No, dude. Keys aren't going to do nothing. Give me a can of pineapple rings and a... I'm not going to finish that comment, Morgan. I know where you're going with that one. From that legal standpoint, since Karambit looks more fighting specialized, would that give stigma in court? Yes. Because the Karambit is not designed for fighting. It's designed to kill. It is designed for one purpose in mind, and that is to execute somebody. Yes. It's not going to look good. It is not a good everyday carry. You will not convince me otherwise. They hijack jets with box cutters. I guess people forgot that. Correct. Right. A box cutter is kind of more like a straight edge, like just, How cold is it there? It's not too bad today. It's like 40 out right now. There is no state in the USA where a machete is illegal. Just saying. It's not illegal. But there's jurisdictions. I mean, one of the things with Chicago, it is legal. It is illegal. It's like I talk with my cops that train with me all the time, especially our Chicagoland cops. I'm like, what would you do if you see someone carrying a machete? He goes, I don't know. I mean, most of the cops don't know the laws at the time, and that's why they're going to tear the shit out of you when you get to court. Texas legalized. Yes, they did. Texas, if you want to carry whatever you want to carry, move to Texas. All right? I don't think everybody has the freedom right now in their life, financially and job-wise and family and all that, to just pick up and move to Texas. So, yeah, as long as you know your laws and rights and all that stuff of your state, make sure that fits with your everyday carry.
Traditional reason New York is and California do not. Well, you have to decide what you're training for.
Yeah, are you training for self-preservation in a legal way, or are you training to execute people in a illegal way? You're right. Know what your purpose is for training and what you want out of your training. I always say that. I definitely have weird covered. Nice, Andrew. Jesus, bears. Yeah, dude. Not out here, but like West Virginia, where the other part of my family's at and I go to, yeah, there's bears. My brother and my sister-in-law were just hiking out there a few months ago, and we had bears all around us, man. It's hard to teach someone anything when they know everything. Yeah, those people don't last long with me. From India, thanks for your teaching. Hey, man, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I like a katana. Hell yeah, man. Anything that's a long blade, man, that's always fun. You won't be holding a katana in the streets. No, but here's the deal, though, man. My buddy Alex, who's a SWAT guy, they busted into some lady's house, and she charged him with a katana. He had a beanbagger, dude. I mean, come on, dude. Like, that stuff happens. Now you got to go into the whole talk of civilian versus law enforcement, all that stuff, man. Different conditions. Used to carry a Bali song until they become illegal over here. Bali songs are actually legal now. See, a lot of people don't know this, but like Illinois just updated their laws 2016. Their knife laws. I will be folding people. Thank you very much, Group Hall. Much respect and greetings from South Cal. Would you ever use a chain whip? No, I don't chain with a chain whip. I have no idea how to use one of those. Maybe it's kind of like a rope or a whip. I've done some training with those, but that's not my thing, man. I won't touch that. That's a kung fu thing, not a Kali thing. Not my realm. The Karambit requires training specialized for that weapon use. It is not a weapon used for distancia larga. I love it, but to each his own. Right, it is not a weapon. It's got a specialized use. It is not a weapon to be used at long range. Again, not qualifying it for the best everyday carry tool. In Australia, it's illegal to carry any weapon. Exactly. So again, carrying a Karambit would not be a good idea for an everyday carry. Straight blade, not either, but you could carry a pen. Even Sonny Umpad, right? He had experience of jabbing someone in the face with a pen that saved his life. So research other Kali Eskrima masters out there that have put their stories out there. He successfully protected himself with a pen. What weapon do you train with in Kali? We train with a lot of weapons. We train with the bolo. We train with obviously sticks because that represents the bolo. Impact edge weapons. We train with knives. We can train with the Karambit. It really doesn't matter. It's all the same system. We train empty hands. We train double. We train long and short. Spotty daga. We train spear. We train staff. Nowadays, we also train firearms. If you want to go traditional, you can train bow and arrow. You can also train the blowgun. And then you also have flexible weapons. Traditionally is the whip and the rope. The rope also would be classified as the belt because back in the days, they would use a rope as a belt. And of course, that would be the chaku, or commonly known as the nunchucks or nunchaku. And then there is also t-shirts as flexible weapons, as bag. There's 12 areas of Kali, and then there's subcategories for all that. So there's axes from the old-time headhunters of the Philippines, all that stuff. So almost everything. And nowadays, of course, modern times, in the projectile weapon department or area of Kali, we would be including firearms. You know, it's like going back to the everyday carry. A 30-06 is a great rifle. It is an awesome rifle. It is not ideal choice for an everyday carry firearm, right? It's just not. So there's some tools that are better for our day now, everyday carry, and then there's some tools that are just not as good. And nobody yet has convinced me, out of the thousands of views on YouTube on my last video, out of the hundreds of comments across the board on all the different social media platforms, nobody has at all even came to an argument that a karambit outbeats the straight knife on an everyday carry for a legal citizen. So, you know, but again, the whole point, Top Prado Blades looks awesome. Any experience or thoughts on traditional Filipino weapons? Yeah, I owned, we actually have a few traditional Filipino weapons, TFWs, floating around through our training, our students and all. We've all had TFWs. We've all had them. I mean, you know, if that's what you can do, that's what you can do. Obviously, I personally prefer a Top Prado blade because that's what's actually used. Those are hand forged by retired Second Lieutenant Prado who used them in combat. They are specifically made for combat from the Philippine Force Recon Marines by the Force Recon Marines, and you know, those are very, very sturdy weapons. They're used in the battlefield even today in southern Philippines when they're fighting Abu Sayyaf and the terrorist organizations out there. They're still used today. So there's just a lot of proof, and it's history, right? The Top Prado blades, these are history in the making. And it's really hard to say that about any other blade that is hand forged by the dude that was using it himself, hand forged for the entire, you know, for the Force Recon Marines out there that are using them themselves for jungle survival and also for close quarter combat. You can't say that about other blades. You just can't. You know, I mean, are they good? Are they going to be able to chop wood? Are you going to be able to clean up the brush here and you know, use it for some you know, survival stuff? A TFW? Yeah, probably. But it's different when you have a special piece of history that's been made. And all of the TFWs that I have actually moved around with, they're not really balanced that well, especially when it comes to something like a combat. Of course, it's going to be functional. Again, it is a thin, sharp, long piece of metal. It's going to be functional, so it takes training with it and all that. I get it. But the Prado blade is designed for war. It has been perfected over Second Lieutenant Prado's, retired Second Lieutenant Prado. It's been perfected over his 21 years in the actual battlefield, actually using it, actually taking hands and taking heads, surviving assassination attempts in his own home, and all that stuff. I mean, so yeah, I would say it's worth it. It's a pretty gnarly blade, all right? So, you know, you just gotta kind of, but that's if you want it. What do you want? What do you want? So yeah, that's why, you know, it's a proven blade, man. It's a proven blade. And that's not saying that TFWs are bad. They're still cool blades, man. They look awesome. If you want to get a blade because you like the way it looks, then go for it, just like a Karambit. All right, if you want a blade because it looks, you know, I mean, it looks, Top Prado blades look good, man. Have you seen the Talibong, man? That's a badass looking blade. That's like a Spartan blade. But if you also want the functionality behind it, the proven, the authentic history behind it, right, Top Prado blades is where to go. So that's just, you know, that's my thoughts on that. Let's see. What are the laws on a Karambit? I don't know, dude. You got to look it up in your own area. They're different for everyone. They're different for all areas. You got to look that up. Here, it's as long as it's single edge, you can carry a Karambit. You can carry one here as long as it's single edge. He is a cool dude. I was always into BJJ and Aikido. Kali would be cool. I have no access to the training though. Come train with us, man. Start up a training group. Go grab some of our programs and start up a training group. Get some people interested, man, and make it happen. You got to create opportunities in your life. You can't always wait for them to show up. Sometimes you got to take the initiative and create. So for EDC, it's straight knife, but folder or not. For me, it's a straight knife. For me, it's a folder because of the legal in my area. Now, when I'm hiking around, I'm like in West Virginia or something like that,
I'll carry a fixed. Absolutely. Watch his videos, guys. He's awesome. Sold. Gonna get myself a Top Prado set. Yeah, dude. And there's a special deal, special holiday special going on Top Prado blades right now too. So yeah, go check out the deals when you email Top Prado blades. Just ask Ollie about the deals. There's some great deals going on the bolos. And then I got a special deal going on for those who are College Center University members, where if you get 2 bolos, which basically it's almost like buy one get one free, but when you get 2 bolos at the holiday special, I'm throwing in a free hand knife. So yeah, or if you want to switch that out, then I'll credit the price of the free hand knife to any other blade that you want to get. So otherwise, if you want that hand knife, I will buy you a hand knife. I will buy it for you, shipping, all that. It's basically like a $300 value knife. I wrestled, boxed, and played football and basketball in growing up. Okay, that has nothing to do with this video. Nunchuck, I think every martial artist back in the day trained with those. Yeah, that was my first weapon I trained with when I was in Taekwondo, was nunchucks. My master at the time did not allow us to use foam nunchucks, so we had to learn with the wood ones. That was fun when you're like 9 years old. Studied Kung Fu for 9 months with my high school buddy. Awesome. In Peru. Would you do more staff videos? Absolutely. I like training the staff, man. It's fun. I like training with the Karambit, dude. The Karambit's a fun tool to train with. I just prefer not to carry one every day or at all. Bruce Lee. He is now a U.S. citizen. He makes a fine American. I don't know what that means. What's the advantage of Karambit versus regular blade? Go watch the last video I put up. I want a Top Prado hand knife, hand blade, and a Vivite Libere tie and square for Christmas. Yeah, we're getting some new ones up, some new our new collection designs of that stuff. Thanks for your thoughts on blades. Absolutely, Wayne. Anytime, man. That's what I'm here to do. You know, I'm here to give you guys my honest opinions and observances and discoveries and explorations. You know, as a teacher, I think that's our job. And you know, the one thing, whether you like me for it or you don't like me for it, the one thing you know is that I will always be honest. You know, I've got nothing to hide. So, what state do you live in? I live in Illinois. Yep, the most politically corrupt state, Cook County. So against a knife, a Karambit is not the best thing to use, but when to use a Karambit. Use a Karambit if you want to sneak up on somebody and murder them in cold blood. That is really what I think a Karambit is best used for. I am not that kind of person. I don't want to do that. I have a family and responsibilities and stuff, and I just don't want to be that kind of person. But that's my take on it. You might have a different opinion, and that's totally cool. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings if you got a different opinion. I won't apologize if my opinion hurt your feelings. You're a martial artist. You shouldn't have a victimized mentality anyways. Let's see here. See ya, Paul. Going to bed. See ya in KCC and KCU. Awesome. Awesome, Rob. We'll see ya. Just joining. Where can I get a stick bag like yours? This one I got from CollieGear.com. It's Leslie Buck's site. He's a great collie practitioner. I believe in the Austin, Texas area. Pikiti Tersha is what he does. I think he also does like CrossFit and stuff like that. He does. I think he does some C-Lot and stuff too. He has the Tactical Arts Academy. If you're in that area, check him out. He's got some good stuff, man. And I mean, he's always, you know, his store, everything, he's got great customer service and stuff, so. I will always promote the people that have helped me in some way, the people that, you know, that are cool people. I'll always help promote them, so. So you're going to be putting more weapons to the test next year? Absolutely. Not just weapons, but we're going to be putting even techniques to the test. So we don't know what's going to happen. Someone might get a broken arm or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully not. But we're going to be putting a lot of stuff to the test. A lot of stuff to the test. So we're kind of going a new direction on YouTube. I'm still going to do some instructional videos too, but we're going to be doing a lot of test videos too. And I'll be doing some like blade reviews and stuff like that too. So you might even see some Karambit reviews up there still. Like I'm gonna get a whole bunch of different Karambits and test them out. I still think it's a viable weapon, okay? I think it's cool to train it and it's fun. I just don't think it's a good EDC. All right, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't train one, own one, you know, have fun with them. And if you choose to carry one, then carry it. What's your thoughts on ring blades in general? I don't like them. I don't like rings on the blades. I don't actually want my hand to be tied to the blade. I want the blade to be basically just the skill of the grip and the maneuvering and all that. I'm not worried about someone actually trying to take the knife from my hand. If you are training the indigenous Kali, the training should be teaching you how to never get your knife actually taken out of your hand or disarmed like that. So, nah. I don't care for them. Best for training, foam weapons or wooden? Don't train with foam weapons. Don't do that stuff. I know people like to spar with them and all that, but we don't. We stay traditional. We use the rattans. If you want to do solo training with some of the hardwoods, Kamagong, Bahi, you know, you can do that. I don't recommend doing actual contact training with those. Training blades, like, you know, aluminum trainers, wood trainers, that's cool. Live blades, you know, obviously you got to be really careful with those, know what you're doing. But no, we don't train with foam sticks. I've done that training in the past, and it's not even close to real. I mean, people are like, oh, you spar. It's not even real, man. It don't even feel real. It doesn't feel real on the fly. You don't get real response. Like I can hit you with my rattan where it'll stop you for a couple beats. Sometimes you'll need a few minutes, you know, and I mean, it's just, the foam stuff just doesn't feel good. I stay away from that. Now, we'll use like the rubber flexible knives because obviously you don't want to get cut with a knife and, you know, but those still give you a sting, man. When you catch those like on the hand or in the face, they'll give you a sting. They'll leave welts. What's the advantages of the two ways to hold a knife? That's a good question. So you have forward grip, sock, or reverse grip pakal. Different variations to hold them in those grips. Strategies. The forward grip is knife to knife. The pakal grip or reverse grip is when you have the knife and your opponent is empty hands. But we did test the Karambit also in the forward grip, which we will be putting up that video probably in the next week or two. I'm going to try to space those kinds of videos out. But we will put it up, and you'll see the results of that too. It wasn't really good. Let's see. Like you said the other day, the knife is a tool. You don't need the super ninja model to be good. A poor craftsman always blames his tools. Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, I see that all over the place. What's the best knife to carry? The one it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right? Whatever you want to carry. Doesn't matter. If you want, like I said, you want to carry a blade I don't agree with, carry it. You know, backhand versus regular. Like forehand versus backhand, dude, that depends on where you are in the flow of the fight. That just depends on where you are, what the lines are. You want Pasugat, you want Pasunoid, where you at? Contact, are you meeting, are you following? Neither of those are going to be better than the other. It all depends on where you are and the tactic that you have to negotiate. Unrelated question, looking to do a dance performing with a double stick entrance. Any beginner double stick flow ideas? Yeah, I got an idea for you. Go jump into the solo training program that we have. Do the solo training and then practice the hell out of your carenza. And then you'll have the weapon handling skills that you can either A, put together your own performance that you want to remember, or B, you can improvise it because most of the time that's what we do anyways. But the best thing for you to do is actually just start training it, man. Just start training it. Start developing the weapon handling skills, understand the drills, develop the coordination, and then you can put things together. I won't kill anyone cold blood. I think there was a case where a student defended himself with a Karambit, I think 2 years ago, Funker Tactical made some interviews. Heard of it? Oh yeah. And he had all like the legal ramifications and all that stuff. Yes. I mean, even if you defend yourself with a regular knife, I mean, it's hard. It's hard, right? Innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if this country still lives by that standard. My friend from Peru is now an American. I split my comment into several separate ones. Cool. What are your thoughts on Bali Song? Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's fun. It's a straight blade. Murder them in cold blood. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, this isn't like Jason Bourne and Burn Notice, guys, or this is real life. What's a good age to start training kids in Kali? I don't know. My youngest is 4, dude. I got him doing footwork when he was like the moment he could stand. So, but as far as like attention span, it depends on the maturity level of the kid. Usually 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are usually good ages to start. Cool. Thanks. I hate using foam weapons as it doesn't feel right. Plus, the pain when you get hit is terrible as you don't feel things. Yes, I agree about ring blades. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Sorry about that. Oh, man, my phone's going all over the place. I'm gonna start closing this live out here. But yeah, I'm not a fan of foam stuff. For the kids I train in my school, I begin at 6. We tried 5. It was a disaster. They can't learn it. Yeah. I'm sure if you hit someone with your rattan, they wouldn't be getting up. Ask my students, man. Ask my staff and my staff candidates. I'll hit them. You know, hey, did you guys catch us live on Instagram the other night? If you're not following my Instagram at Kali Center, you're missing out on a lot of stuff, because from time to time, like, we have stuff going up on the stories, and we'll jump live. We've been jumping live a lot more on Instagram because those are fun, because they're only up for 24 hours and then they're gone. So if you miss it, you miss it. And I mean, just the other day, man, we're flowing around. You'll see me whack Kevin's hand. You'll see me whack Ollie's hand. You'll see me whack Tom's hand. They'll hit me from time to time too, man. Like, shit, we're humans. That's why I'm training, man, to get good. But yeah, dude, you'll see it. We're training with rattan, dude. No, we didn't have protection on. We didn't have any, hockey gloves on or anything like that. And you could still train with control. Like, people don't know how to train. Have to go. Thanks for the videos and live. Have a nice hike. Thanks, brother. Thanks for joining me and joining all of us around the world. Yeah, I'm closing out right now, so I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my hike, and I want to get some training in and all that. So yeah, dude, just keep thinking, Nice to see you. See you on the KCU. Yeah, hey, we got some new stuff coming to KCU in 2019. All right, we're gonna be updating the program again. Next time I'm in town in Chicago area, I would love the privilege to get whacked by you. Man, just come train, man. Don't worry about the whole whack or anything. I'll train with you, because I'm not actually into just hitting people. I want to train you and really teach you and really get you developing some skills. That's my whole goal, man. Because the more that you are progressing and the better you are getting at your training, dude, that's another training partner for me, and that's my whole thing. Like, that's why I'm doing this stuff. ITC, we got the immersion training course camp coming up next summer, 2019. If you can be there, be there. If you missed the last two, 2017, 2018, dude, stop missing them, man. We're opening up registration, early bird registration, December 1st. Next Saturday, we're opening that up. And I'll have an early bird discount registration for even non-members of KCU. KCU members, you guys already get a discount for that, and it's a super crazy deal. ITC is Immersion Training Camp. It's 5 days, 40 plus hours of training. We're heading back to the Black Hills over at the Broken Arrow Horse Campgrounds. Awesome campgrounds, awesome terrain to train on. Yes, the training will be outside. Sun, rain, hot, cold, doesn't matter. We will be outside training. Yeah, you can bring your folder Karambit. That's your everyday carry. I don't care. I won't make fun of you for it either. Like, no one's going to, man. It's you know, we respect everybody's choices and decisions. But as a teacher, it is my job, my obligation, my responsibility to make sure that I give you mine, right? My honest opinions. And I'll still make some fun drills for the Karambit. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not all against it, you know, but we're just gonna be putting things to the test. I'm gonna watch different YouTube videos of different Kali teachers out there and gurus, and we're gonna put things to the test. And I'm sure some things are gonna work very well, and I'm sure other things are not gonna work very well. And the other thing is, we're gonna continue training some of these things and adapting some of these things, and we're gonna find ways that if they don't work, we're going to stay on those things and try to find ways to make them work, or to see if there's a way, if there's something missing in their training. Right? That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna try and give you the correct variations. Eventually, I'm gonna give you a video on what I think the Karambit is best used for, the best kind of situations. It's not all gonna be trying to be negative, right? We just want this to be entertaining, and we want this to also be educational, right? And that's where we're kind of moving into the future for the Kali Center YouTube. But for the KCU, for those of you in KCU, we got a whole new updated variation of the curriculum that we're going to be starting to film 2019. And yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming to that. And then plus you guys get all those other benefits, training benefits and all that stuff. So I got a few seminars that are planned out for 2019 already. I'll start posting about those. That way people can know what my schedule is, where I'll be at what times and where. And then you could plan your calendar accordingly if you want to come and train with me in person. All right, and it'll be so much fun, man. It'll be so much fun. You know, I'm always excited to meet new people and share Kali and share thoughts and have great conversations, and just kind of help whatever small way we all can help the world somewhat be a better place for all of us, right? Try to, for the ones who really want the safety and all that, let's keep that moving. You know, we don't do stick fighting or anything like, you know, that's not the purpose of Kali Center. We try to stay with the indigenous Kali, the blades. That's just what we do. That's how we stick with it. So, you know, but of course there's gonna be stick stuff in there because that's a training tool. So until then, until I see you guys next time, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, especially if you're going out there shopping around and all that. Go check out the live I did previously to find out all about the Black Friday specials we have going on this weekend. If there's any DVD downloads or training courses at our new training academy that you want to grab or anything like that, head over to either check out that previous video I did just right before this one, or just go to kalicenter.com and you'll be directed, you know, be able to check out all the cool deals we have going on this weekend. All right. Until then, keep training. All right. Keep training. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Don't follow any teachers blindly, especially myself, including myself. You know, don't just take my words for whatever. Like, you got to do the training. You got to spend time, you know, working it out. Experiment, explore, discover, and I promise you will start to discover truth. You will discover whatever the truth is for you, and then, you know, you'll be able to get a more clear picture of what your purpose is for training and what you want out of your training. And that's the most important thing, and let that be your guide. Let you be your guide for training. Don't let me or any other YouTube instructor especially, or any other teacher around the world be the guide for your training. You have your own brain. Use it. All right, we're all big boys and big girls here. We can make our own decisions. Okay, so make sure that you are clear about yours. That is the main thing about that video. Okay, don't carry something. Don't carry a straight blade because I said it's better than a Karambit. You need to go do the investigation. You need to go do the training. Okay, and different training. Develop skills. I had people sitting there commenting, well, you don't know how to use a Karambit. Come train, dude. Come train with me, man. I don't give a shit what you got. Come on, dude. Just come train. I mean, there's so many opportunities to just come train, man, and come explore, right? And just let's come. Let's have some good conversations and let's train, dude. Like that's all it is, man. I just want to get better. So if you got a way to teach me that's going to help me get better, I will question you. If I don't agree with you, I will question you. And if I smell bullshit in your answer, I will call it out. All right, and I will question it physically because I'm not training. None of this is for popularity contests. This is for me to grow, okay? I'm teaching so I can continue to grow, which means you're gonna grow with me if you wanna train with me in the manner that I can teach you. All right? If that's what you like, you are going to get it. I don't hold anything back. There's no secrets with me. There's no secrets. There's no secret techniques and tactics. There may be things that as a beginner, you're just, you're not there yet, but I'll still show you. I'll still give you the answer, especially when we're in person. I'm not gonna hide anything from you. And if we're training together, we're training long enough, you'll hit me. You'll hit my hand and all that stuff. Dude, good. That's what you're supposed to be doing, man. I want you to be making progress. You're supposed to be hitting your teachers. You're supposed to be going for it. I mean, that's if your teachers are not encouraging you to actually to perform with them and get better and hit them and all that and get in there and train with you, then they're not coaching you, man. They're not teaching you. They're not doing anything for you. And you're trusting this advice and trusting this word and trusting all this. It's just bullshit that you're trusting then. And you're not getting anything out of it. You're just, except for maybe safe, connective emotions that you feel good. I got a good workout in today. Great. Go to the gym if you want a good workout in. Leave the sticks and knives and all that stuff on the table. Leave it at the store if you just want to get a good workout in. Like, you're going to get a good workout in. That just comes with the territory. But that's just my belief. Other teachers have different beliefs. I've had conversations with people. They said teachers should not have friendships with their students. I disagree with that. I have friendships with my students, especially my students that have shown me dedication and commitment to training. And whatever, man. I mean, when you're actually hitting each other and you're actually sparring and fighting and flowing, you're going to develop friendships. Like, it's just going to happen. So teachers that, in my view, teachers that disagree that teachers should have, friendships with their students, you're just saying that you don't actually get in there and fight with your students and spar and train with your students. That's all you're telling me. All right? Because if you did, you would have a bond. You would have a connection. You would have a brotherhood, sisterhood, sisterhood, whatever. A humanhood, peoplehood, whatever you want. I know, the whole gender identification thing, I don't want to insult anybody. If I say he's and she's and all that. But, like that's just my indication. That's what those people are saying, that they're not actually training with their students. And if an instructor is not actually training with their students, in my opinion, they do not have your best interest at their heart. If you come out to my seminars, you come out to my events, you come out to my ITC, I promise you, you will spend personal one-on-one time with me, training with me. You will also train with Tom, you'll train with Ollie, you'll train with Kevin, you'll train with Raph, you'll train with everybody there, but you will see me 100% of the time and you will actually train with me. Why? Because I'm the teacher and I make it a part of my responsibility to get in there and train with every single person that attends my seminars and that attends my training camps. Okay? If I missed you for some reason, call me out and say, Paul, I want to get my time in with you. Let's go for a round. And I will go with you. All right? I will be more than happy to train with you. And I will coach you through the training. Not just, oh man, let's move around. No. I'm going to coach you. I'm there to teach you. And that's what you're going to get from me. I promise you that. 100%. 100% guarantee. You come train with me, you're getting me. You're getting all of me. I will not give you a drill and then disappear. All right? I will not give you a drill and then not answer your questions. Fire your questions away. Okay? Like, I believe in that. I believe in that. So, if you don't like that kind of training, if you don't want to get in training with your teacher and you rather have the distance with your teacher, I could give you that too. But then you're better off going and training with someone else that's going to give you that. I don't want to be that kind of teacher for my students. All right. I want to actually help and teach you. All right. So that's what we do. All right. I got one more good one here. If I could afford to get to America, I'd be wanting to train with you. Yeah, dude. I hope one day that you can, man. I hope everyone that's subscribed and training with us, with our programs and all that, I hope one day I get to train with you guys. And that's why I'm trying to work it out with my schedule now and start opening up these seminars and stuff again. I know in 2019, September 2019, I'll be in Belgium for a 2-day seminar. So plan on that. You're going to start seeing a lot more of information for that seminar. I'll be in Belgium 2019, September. So if you're in the European area and you want to take a trip out to Belgium, if that helps you out to be able to afford to train with me, that's where I'll be. And I know, I think Ollie's going to try to come out to that. Tom's going to try to come out to that. And I got a couple of my guys scattered around the USA that want to come out to that as well. So, you know, my guys just want to train, man. And they want to train everywhere they can and with everybody they can, you know, and that's what we want to do. All right. All right, guys, I'm out of here now. I rambled enough. Thank you for spending the time with me. And I hope everyone that does, again, have a great weekend. Yeah, dude, there are previews on here. I'll make a playlist. I think I have a playlist on my YouTube channel. I'll see that, or if I don't have a playlist together with the DVD download previews, I'll put one together. All right, I'll put one together. But yes, I do have preview videos of most of our DVD downloads. So they are there. They are there. Like I said, I show people what you're gonna get. But yes, I will double check and make sure that we have those in a playlist to make them easily more accessible for you, so you can check those out. I'll do that at some point today. All right. So that's a great. Thank you for the feedback on that, and I appreciate that. We're always trying to make sure that College Center is performing at our best for you. You know, that's the most important thing for us. So I don't know why I just did that. I need to use my glove to actually take this thing out. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.